interest in learning English because at that time the film was not dubbed in Portuguese. So the first time I saw in the movie theater, my father was reading and talking to me and explaining to me, but I understood that I needed to learn English, and that Superman was something that came from another country. So also I was really lucky to be able to travel to the United States when I was young with my granddaughter and with my father years later. And I started collecting comics. First the Brazilian comics until I got in my teenagers, and then I decided, okay, now let's do the real job. Let's collect the American comics. I started importing the comics to Brazil, and then this became a new hobby. I started writing for the magazines here in Brazil. I started to be a letter hack and send messages and letters to the comic book, the DC Comics office in New York. And I was lucky enough to get those awards. That's the way I got Paul, because he's a award winner on the DC Comics Superman awards in the 90s. So one thing come to another, and the good thing that for my life, that what helped me a lot was to learn English. I don't know if my English is good enough, but helped me a lot during my career, because I don't work in that area. I'm a software engineer for Ericsson Telecommunications in Sweden. I work from Brazil, but for a company in Sweden. So comics helped me to grow the world for me, to learn a new language, to learn new people, to be in contact to artists and writers, and that was nice.
Hey, if you guys don't realize this, Fabio is from Brazil. I love Brazil. I love Brazil. I mean, I've been there. I went to Ipanema Beach. I went to Copacabana Beach, Christ the Redeemer statue. And everybody over there was able to sing the song, "The Girl from Ipanema Goes Walking." Yeah. So that was a great place. I met Fabio. Fabio told me I won something from DC Comics. I'm a letter hack myself. If you Google letter hack, you'll see my name on there with George R.R. Martin, who wrote Fire and Ice, Game of Thrones. He was a letter hack. Fabio's a letter hack. I'm a letter hack. I've had over 1,000 letters published in comic books. Fabio, I know you love DC, the DC universe. I see everything DC. But do you also too favor Marvel comic books and independents?
Yeah. But when I was younger and I was reading the Brazilian versions of the American comics, I got exposed, of course, to Marvel, especially Jack Kirby's and Stan Lee's Fantastic Four and X-Men and the Avengers. But I got taken to DC. But my love to Jack Kirby continues until today, especially because of what he did for Superman and DC Comics during the 70s. So Jack Kirby for me is the best, the greatest comic artist in the history. So I became also aficionado to Jack Kirby. Well, I was able to meet some family guys, family people from the Kirby stage. I also was able to meet some people from the Jerry Siegel family when I traveled to Cleveland. So what I got a lot is from these guys, and from every time that I meet somebody from the comic industry in the United States, is that how come in Brazil, speaking Portuguese, our industry